Hello, welcome to Try Animes. It's another week of AmiAmi release roundup. This is going to be quite a short video since it was Golden Week in Japan. So on Anime they've only got 3 days. 1st of May, 2nd of May and 6th of May. The 6th, which is a Saturday, is generally almost no releases to talk about. So all I've really got is the 1st and 2nd of May. So we'll get into it. Statue Legend JoJo Bizarre Adventure Part 2, Death 13th, and Manish Boy. This, I don't know much about JoJo Bizarre Adventure, so I don't know how this fits into the anime or the manga, but it looks like quite a good looking figure. It's a statue, so they don't have a scale, so I can't say how big it is. They don't give an approximate height either, so this is that, but it looks very good overall. It definitely suits the JoJo Bizarre's aesthetic, and the paint looks really good. It's by Medicos Entertainment. 15,680 yen. You'll know if this is something you really want, or if you want to add it to your JoJo collection. I'm not a JoJo. I don't collect JoJo figures or anything like that. Unfortunately, it's I know it's a popular series, but I've never got into watching JoJo. I'm afraid that although I do appreciate the what it's going for, it's definitely a good series to watch. I probably should watch it at some point, but there's just obviously so many seasons and stuff. But the figure looks great. I do like the scythe, the cut, the black with the purple and the red. It just gives off a very like sort of Oni vibe, I guess you could say. Like sort of a Japanese style demon death scythe spirit. But I guess the guardian of this Manish Boy baby. It's quite a good, interesting figure at least. Arcanite's 1/7th. Mudrock Silent Knight DNO6. It's quite a good looking figure actually. I like the table or bench with the cloth draped over it, and then her dress, and her dress being in sort of strips on the front end, fabric strips, which then obviously go over her legs. Definitely adds to the figure rather than just having the dress falling to the side of her dress and of her legs and onto the base, onto the table. It's quite a very good looking figure. The gradient as well from white to grey and black tipped is quite interesting. Hopefully it's not opaque, in which case that would probably make the hair, because normally the opaque style hair where it's sort of semi-transparent and then they do the shading on top, or if it's part of the process of making it, or in the injection molding, just looks really bad normally when they do this transparent see-through plastic for the hair. It just normally always turns out really bad, and this is obviously the best representation with it being probably the prototype figure with the best paint job and best light being used, and obviously some filter and touch-ups being done to it in edit. So the figure looks really good. It's just down to the hair. I think the hair would be the thing that would ruin it for me and most people if it is a transparent plastic, because that always turns out always turned out bad for me in all the figures I've seen. It's by Furyu, 26,180 yen. It's probably a bit much, and it's Furyu, so I expect them to make loads of these. Furyu generally make a lot of too many. So the aftermarket will probably tank. October 2024, your ages though, so hopefully there might be some image updates to this in the future, in which case we might get a better idea of how the hair's going to turn out. Movie the quintessential quintuplets, Miku Nakano floral dress, and we've got an Ichika Nakano floral dress version. These are by eStream, 29,700 yen. They are very expensive. I think I've mentioned it before about the other girls in this full dress. They look really nice, and I've got nothing against them. I do like the series of doing all 5. But if you want to you're looking to need 30,000 yen before postage for all 5 of these. Hello, Simon. So that's you're looking at 150,000 yen, so probably nearly 200,000 yen once you take into account postage for all of these. Sorry, that's my cat. He's scratching the carpet. They look very nice. It's E-stream, so the paint job looks going to be really good. I do like the yellow on each cur. I think suits her really well, and the shading of the white to the yellow to the orange, the gradient looks really good. And the fact that you can obviously put them all next to each other if you get the set, or you just pick a couple of the girls that are your favourite. Miku's Miku, the blue actually suits her really well as well. I prefer the date series where they're in their sort of more casual wear, and that's the ones I'm going for, and they're much cheaper. I don't go for this floral dress too much generally of the figures. I can definitely see the aesthetic of why you would want to get them, but I don't think they're worth really 29,000 yen asking price. The paint job, I think, elevates them to that level, and obviously you're getting with this having this fence with the plants matching the flowers and matching them dress and whatnot, will elevate them. But I don't think for me, it's not something I'd get. But they're very good looking figures. Definitely worth getting all 5 if you want to have the full set, or even just get one. Even standalone, they look really good. They're very good looking figures. 30,000 yen is probably a bit on the higher side, but it is E-stream, so E-stream have had they can be hit and miss sometimes. Needy Girl Overdose. This is a very just sort of fun figure. Obviously with the twin tails going down the entire body, it's very reminiscent of Miku. As inspiration, I guess you could say. Obviously, it's a very fun looking figure. I guess it's kind of like a Vocaloid or something like that, most likely. But then these are acrylic base stands, unfortunately, for these base bits. I think these are acrylics, but it looks really good overall. 18,000 yen, nothing to moan at, to be honest. It's if it suits yours. The aesthetic's not up my alley, unfortunately, so I don't go for Miku. But it's quite very good looking figure. Apex. Hello, Simon. Yep, go on, get your butt out of the way. Comic Shingeki Town cover girl. This is obviously one of those ones that are not safe for work. And Simon's, he's just on top of my computer tower. That's fine. Not something I would go for, really. 5.5 scale. No, don't touch the power button. That's fine, you can rest there. 22,180 yen. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. It's quite good looking. I do like this one. Be illustration Yuna-chan. Simon, stop it. Sorry, I'm just gonna show you. Here's my cat. He's Simon. He's adorable. Can be a bit annoying sometimes, but it's just alright. So Yuna-chan complete figure. I do like this figure a lot. I do have a thing for these sort of swimsuit figures with having the face mask and this sort of puffy jacket behind them. I do like the aesthetic overall. Union Creative 21,120 yen. Careful. Hell's Parade. There's a couple of figures from Hell's Parade. You got Jigo Kuraku, and then you've got Yamada and Gabimaru. I like the effect parts. Wait, stop chewing that. You got the effect parts from the Hell's Parade. These sort of better effect parts actually. I think Gabimaru's effect parts are a lot better compared to the other compared to Yamada. But yeah, no, this looks really good. And then this one is very good. I like it. I'm a sucker for ninjas, sort of characters in ninja outfits. With this aesthetic, I do like this aesthetic a lot, really, quite well, and it's obviously very appealing. And the aesthetic looks really good. I think this is going to be a fan favorite for a lot of people. 24,750 yen is a bit more expensive than the other two, but I think it's worth the price increase. I think this is Probably would hold its value a lot better compared to the other two. House of San Shukura 112. You got Shigura and Saori. So these are action figures that you can propose. Quite good looking figures. I thought I've covered these before a few weeks ago. But yeah, these look quite interesting. If you can put and you get some effect parts of these. And you can take the clothes off on some of them. Oh, that's good looking. Price is probably about right. They're quite good. I don't mind them as the joints though. That would ruin it for me. That's why I stick to scales. This is an updated of Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon Ryu Lion. I don't know what they've updated. I think probably some shading on the cloak is probably. I think it's more of a paint touch up, mostly. By Alice Glint, 20,700 yen. I mentioned the other one. I do quite like the this figure overall. Coming out in December. I'll definitely get the one which has the masked version though. I quite like her with the mask actually on. So it's a very good looking figure. And this is in last week's video actually. But this is the one which has the tapestry. And I think this is an updated image as well apparently. Nothing's really changed. I can tell from the paint job. It looks like this is this painted or aesthetic? No. I think this might actually be see-through and the rainbow effect might actually be part of the plastic. There might have some sort of film or something gone over it, but I said that in last week's video, that this is a very attractive looking figure, very cute. So it's definitely something worth getting. 24,200 yen if you want the wall scroll, or you can get the other figure which doesn't have the wall scroll for a bit cheaper. So quite good looking figures. And that's it for this week. Not a lot with it being as it was Golden Week. So I shall catch you in the next video for next week's. Now that I've caught up with the figures, I should hopefully be able to keep on top of it now with the AmiAmi figure releases, with the videos week by week. So please give any feedback if there's any improvements that you think I can do. Put anything in the comments below. I'll try and get back to them. Thank you very much, and have a good one. I shall see you next time.